Morning friends, and welcome back to the channel and another ultra cycling related video, and this time something a little bit different, going on an adventure with special guest Rupert. Currently trucking through the New Forest. We've had a pretty good start. Rupert's train got cancelled, I've had a puncture. It's looking like it's going to be a great trip. Start as you mean to go on. Rupert created the route. Where are we going?
Cheddar Gorge.
Cheddar Gorge, Bath, New Forest to begin with, and then who knows where else. And we're bivvying out. A proper adventure. So maybe sleeping by the bins.
Yeah.
Hopefully find a really nice bog. Who knows? This would be a really good shakedown ride for both of us. We're both racing via in 2 months. I've got B hard before that. In about a month I'm racing 1200k through Bosnia. Rupert's got a lot of training to do. And then we're meeting up in Bari in the south of Italy, 2 of us to race 4000k across Europe. So hopefully today we'll find out if our gear setup is any good and if we're going to make it. So far I couldn't make it 30 miles without a puncture, so let's see how we can manage 2,500 miles.
We are off on the first of this year's bikepacking bivvy trips. Mini weekend warrior adventures like this are a really good way to test your kit and your approach to bikepacking in general. If you've got a bikepacking race like we have, or just a bikepacking event, a small adventure like this is a really good way to know your kit is sufficient and give you a bit more confidence before you go in. Our plan for this one is basically just have a couple of really big days with the sleep in the middle, who knows where, for a few hours in a bivvy bag. If you've never bivvied before, it's basically a plastic bag, similar fabric to a tent outer. You put a sleeping bag inside of it, or not, crawl inside and it will shelter you from the elements. The bike setup for a trip like this tends to be a little bit heavy. My bike probably weighs around 20 kilos fully loaded, something like that. I've got my sleeping bag, a mini airbed, a bivvy bag, plus all of my kit to survive, fixed mechanicals, water, food. It all adds up weight-wise. But it does mean you can set off fully unsupported, have a real adventure. I've been looking forward to this one for a little while, ever since we organised the trip. Rupert and I knew each other from previous events, but we've never ridden together. So this was a really good opportunity to get out and go on an adventure together before we meet up for Via race. Before we know it, we're into an area called Cranbourne Chase. It's a really beautiful part of the world. Crossing over the top of Cranbourne Chase, you get panoramic views of the surrounding area, and descending a road I know really well, Zigzag Hill, so much fun. It does seem to be a bit remote. We did struggle a bit to find supplies, hunting around for water and food. Found somewhere eventually in a small village, so no big problem. conditions wise, really good. We had a fairly strong tailwind, and I think that contributed to my puncture. The weight of the bike, flying along British roads. I don't know about you, but I've found ever since COVID pretty much, the roads in Britain just got worse and worse. Every so often you fly through a pothole, not much you can do to avoid it. I got a puncture, but we're back on the road in a few minutes, it's no real problem.
What is this? Where am I?
You don't want to do that at 3 o'clock in the morning, would you?
Before we know it, before the sun has a chance to set, we're into the county of Somerset. That's where Cheddar Gorge is, our biggest climb on this whole trip.
We are 101 miles in. We started in Hampshire, we've been through Dorset,
Yeah.
and now we're in Somerset, so 3 counties across. Been talking a lot, so I haven't really been updating you. But we're heading to a place called Wells next. Let's get a good meal, maybe fish and chips, I think.
Something like that. Bit of a feed.
Yeah, some hot food, some salt. We've had some really big climbs already, so some salt will go down really well, I think. And then after Wells, we head into Cheddar, up Cheddar Gorge, more climbing. You made the route. It's been good.
Hopefully in the daylight,
Yeah,
so we can see it.
hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll get there hopefully before, maybe after sunset, but there'll be a little bit of daylight left, hopefully. That'd be nice.
It would, yeah.
But if you've subscribed fairly recently, you may not know Rupert. But Rupert was on my podcast when I had time to run a podcast. First ever guest. And we met at All Points North like 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Maybe 3 years ago, something like that.
22?
Yeah, that's
22?
yeah, I think so. 2022 maybe? This is our first time really going for a proper ride together, so should be good fun. We're going to be bivvying a bit later. We've had more than our fair share of flies.
Yeah.
That's fun. But I'm going to put this down because my arm hurts. My gravel riding now. Is this gravel? That's Cheddar then. Right on the climb. Oh god, here we go. are in Cheddar Gorge, 115 miles in. No idea what that is in kilometers, and it is steep as hell, and a lot of boy racers. What an amazing place. Oh, it's steep. I have no idea what the gradient tops out at. I think it's like 15-20%. We're almost there. And then once we reach the top of this climb, we're at the top of the Mendip Hills. Thankfully, we just stopped, had falafel wraps and chips about an hour ago, so perfect timing. Good evening. We are well into the night portion of this ride. We've left the Mendip Hills. Cheddar Gorge climbs through the Mendip Hills. So we came to the top of there, put on our cold weather gear, froze our butts off, and descended out of the Mendip Hills, and now we're coming into Bath. We were just talking a minute ago about how much we love this sport, but we don't really know why we do it. But we're coming into Bath, gonna find some water, a little mini resupply, and it's now about 11 p.m. So in a couple of hours, 2-3 hours, we're gonna find somewhere to bed down and bivvy. So who knows where that'll be. Somewhere between here and Salisbury. But we have no plan and no idea where that might be. So, wish us luck. How creepy is this? This tunnel is 1.7 kilometers long, and it is pitch black. Brave. Some brave walkers. That went well. We just tried to find somewhere to sleep in Longleat, in the Longleat estate. Thinking that'd be alright. 2 security guards with blue flashing lights. Let's put an end to that idea. So now we got a big sticker of a hill, and then who knows where we'll sleep. Good morning, campers. We're feeling refreshed, kind of.
Ish, yeah, not too bad.
We managed to find Rupert spotted a bus stop, which just about does the job until the trucks start flying by, and it feels like they're coming right for you. I think we slept for about 4 hours, roughly 4 hours sleep, broken sleep, and now going through I think we're back in, where are we? Not far from Warminster.
Yeah,
Cranbourne Chase.
that's right.
I think we're in Cranbourne Chase. And we're in the sticks, so try to find some breakfast soon, but I reckon we're about an hour away from civilization. But not feeling too bad, and it's a nice sunny morning. I think we're about 150 miles, something like that, into the ride. So maybe about 50 miles to get home, 60, something like that.
Come on, your little heart's going to be beating like mad. Take a left now, mate.
Oh, he's fading. He's fading. Oh. Oh. We've made it back to Portsmouth, and that was about 240 miles, or 360k, 360 kilometers. A pretty decent shakedown ride for Via. So that's pretty much what you're expecting pace-wise for Via.
I'd say so. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Didn't hold you out, didn't hold you back.
No, not at all. I think it's pretty evenly matched.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good actually.
Yeah.
I think we
Decent pace.
paired pretty well, mate.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that little insight into how we're preparing for racing this year. We've got just over 2 months until we'll be in the south of Italy for the start of Via. But for me, I've got Be Hard in about 3 weeks. So I'm kind of focused on that for the moment. This ended up being a really fun trip, a really good opportunity to test all of our gear, do a bit of a shakedown ride, but also really good fun riding with Rupert. Once we got back to Portsmouth, we did record a bit of an overview of everything in his bike, his full setup, pretty much how he's going to be taking it into Via. It was a little bit long, so I think I'm going to upload that separately. So if you're interested in what he's carrying on his bike and what he's taken to Via, then pretty soon I'll put that video out separately. And on top of that, we're hoping to do another ride in July. So you'll probably see Rupert on the channel again in the not too distant future. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little insight into bike packing, sleeping rough. That's essentially 1/10 of what we'll have to do for Via. Roughly what we did during this ride, we'll be doing 10 times over all through Europe in a couple of months. I'll leave this one here until next week. So look after yourselves, and I'll see you all on the next one.